What up? What up? All right, so let's jump right into this, guys. Okay, so I want to let's discuss how narcissists will hold your belongings hostage in order to hoover you, or in order to hoover, or let's say maneuver you, right? Into a position that they want you to be in. So in my case, let's just go right into like my belongings, because they like to if they have access to your belongings, especially something very valuable to you that they know that you really want or need, they will house those things, they will covet those things, and they will purposefully and intentionally hang on and keep those things, because it'll force you to have to talk to them. It'll force you to come back and look at them just to try and get your things back. It'll put you in positions legally sometimes where, like, I get to see you every month in court now until like they decide whether you should get your things back. Right? It's an extension of abuse. Your personal belongings are an extension of narcissistic abuse. Okay? Because they can use those belongings even in your absence to force you to become present. Remember that shit. For instance, when my son's dad discarded me, right? I had a bike that he had bought me, and he knew that I loved this bike. He bought me this bike. The bike was a little over $500. It was a beautiful bike, right? Beautiful roadster. You could pick it up with two fingers. It was so light, and just like me, it had tattoos all over it, which is like why he bought it for me. It was a really nice bike. And when he discarded me, I lived in Richmond, Virginia with him, but it was his apartment. He was the leaseholder. I was the one who he coaxed to move from Maryland to there. So I had to come back. He didn't know I was doing this, but I did come back with my big ass cousin who was like, he's like 6'7", real big burly black dude, and I got a cop. We went to the police station, got a cop that's about the same size as him, and we popped up in there, right? Of course, it's pissed him off or whatever, because we bust in there early in the morning, like, where's my shit, right? Because fuck you. Anyway, but out of him being angry that I was doing okay enough to at least organize a way to come get my belongings, this is what he did. So you know how when you take a police officer to whatever residence to obtain your belongings, because that person's a leaseholder, that officer legally has to like ask that person if you're allowed to take your own shit item by item. And what it was he would be like, oh, what about that sweater? And he'd be like, yeah, she can take that. What about that da-da-da? Oh, yeah, she can take that. But when I got to that bike, he was like, oh, yeah, whatever, it's her bike. And then he stopped, and you could see the shift in his eyes. And he was like, yeah, she can take that. Then he was like, actually, no. No, she can't take that. Leave it here. That's how he did that, right? He knew that I wanted my bike. And he was mad that I came on my, like with legal, sorry, y'all, my eyeball. That I came legally, right? He was mad that I was smart enough to bring an officer and another big ass dude instead of by myself. What he would have preferred is that I finagled my way to Richmond, Virginia. And at the time, I didn't have a car there. I didn't even know how to drive then, right? What he wanted me to do was struggle to get there so that I would be trapped, so that maybe we could possibly have sex or whatever favor or whatever it is he would have wanted me to perform in order to get my own belongings. Even if the favor was me struggling without sexual favors, just to watch me struggle to get them out. He wanted that. He wanted me to have to look at him. He wanted me to have to interact with him to get my own stuff back, right? Because why not? That's extended abuse, right? So when I didn't do that, he was like, oh, no, you can't have your bike. And then proceeded to stalk me. Okay? Let's go further. Obviously, I always write stuff down, so I try not to forget things for you guys. So my ex-husband, when he left, remember I said in previous videos, he left, and one of the females he left with or for one of them, okay, because he had a boyfriend already. But either way, she had that moped, and he wanted her moped. What did he do? Word around the campfire, through the grapevine, is he stole her bike. He got so used to, and so did she, of letting him ride that moped around town, that it became common for him to just say, "Hey babe, I'm gonna take the moped." Right? This time though, when he became abusive to her and she physically attacked him, okay, he jumped on that moped and bounced out. Now, what do you think he did? The word around the campfire, she attacked him with a hammer. She hit him in the back of the head with a hammer. He didn't die, and he didn't go to the hospital, or he did. I think he did, because I heard the back of his head was shaved for like a while. Anyway, but he came back the next day, or at least within the week, with her moped. What do you think he did with that moped? He said, "Hey, I feel like I left some shit at your house. If you want your bike back, trade me my own shit back. And obviously see me though. Come down and talk to me. And the shit that I intentionally left in your house, I'm gonna need you to bring that downstairs to me if you want your moped back." He got surprised because she was like, "Go fuck yourself, and you can just go ahead and keep the moped," right? Because she was wealthy. I think that was a mistake, but that's a video for a whole nother day, because I wouldn't have given him shit. Would have had that bitch arrested. But anyway, but they will do things like that. Even same guy, even my narcissistic ex-husband, same dude that stole that chick's moped or whatever, he also went through that himself because his mother's a narc, right? So when he got kicked out of his mom's house by her husband or whatever, right, his stepdad, they kept his room and all the shit in it, and they wouldn't give him the shit in it. But what did they do? They made it so that his little brothers could rummage through his things and wear his things, or use his wallets, or lounge, or move into his old room, right? Because they wanted the attention of him being like, "But I want my stuff. I need my stuff back. What happened to my stuff?" Everybody has things that are precious to them, dude. A narcissist will, if you were married to a narcissist, and let's say, like in my situation, like let's say that person already had a house or something, and you moved into it when y'all got married, and you had kids, right? What they'll do is they'll boot your ass the fuck out of there, and they will not only try their best to get, like, sometimes custody of the kids, not because they want them kids. They just know you want them kids, right? They know that the house is theirs. You can't come and claim their house because you were never on the lease. You just married them and moved in, right? So they'll do shit like hold your kids over your head. Ha ha, I got the kids. You're going to have to go to... They'll make sure that you have to go to court and see them back to back to back to back for whatever duration that hearing is supposed to continue on, right? In order to force you to look at them in the face, to laugh at you, because, well, obviously not in front of the court, but they laughing at you, bro, because they got your stuff. I got your kids. I'm partying in your house. You know what I'm saying? If you want to come and party with your own kids in the house that we used to be married in, then you're going to have to, like, you're going to have sex with me, and you're going to have to continuously do that. And you're going to have to do it on my terms, the way that I want, unprotected, get BV, AIDS, whatever, and shut up about it. And you're going to have to do what I want. You're going to have to jump high. And when I say, instead of saying how high, say it like, how can I go higher when you jump for me? You're going to have to do everything at my request, just to have access to what's already yours. And if you don't do it, When you just can't have your stuff now. Now you can't see the kids. Now you can't come back to our marital home that I'm now partying in or whatever without you and retrieve that sweater that your dead mother gave you. Now you can't come back and get that thing that your, beloved child gifted you on Mother's Day. It's in a jewelry box, but it's in the house. I mean, if you don't want to come to the house and entertain me, I guess you can't have your stuff back. Right? They will use your things against you. They just will. They want, I guess, to just like force you into being a puppet. They want to force you into being a puppet. They get nothing other than the most highest form of pleasure from seeing someone that escaped come back and dance for them. Can you imagine like how slave masters felt when they caught a slave that escaped again, cut off his foot and made him limp dance for them? That's what they want. And they'll use your stuff to get it. So if a narcissist has taken your belongings, or if they didn't right out, like flat out steal it, like come into your house and take it from you, but you know what I'm talking about. If they just like, if it was left by default because you had to get out of there, but you know you really need your stuff or really want your stuff. Excuse me, you guys, I just burped. They will use your own belongings to make you dance. They will make you dance for your own shit. Okay? So anyway, I guess this is supposed to be Columbus Day. Speaking of people that steal things and claim things that aren't theirs, happy Colonizer Day, right? Or Columbus, is it? Discovering shit that's already there and claiming that they found it as their own. Right. So, be careful, obviously. I'm sure a lot of you guys out there miss their belongings. I'm sure you have belongings that you miss. That some of you, me too, still have things that you just never got back because you refused to interact with them in order to dance for it and get it, even though it's already yours. So that's a tactic. And if somebody, for my newbies out there that are just now getting out of that, don't let them use your things like against you, depending on what it is. If it's your kids, I am sorry. I will pray for you. Put it down in the box. I will pray for you if you just put it in the comments, because that's not cool. Oh, and by the way, yes, again, if you want, I will put the my email again in the description box below. So if you want a one-on-one with me and to find out how to get a one-on-one with me, some like personal you and me coaching, I will put my email for that in the description box below, and I will forward you where to go from there should you contact me. Okay, I love you guys, and you're not the only one who lost their stuff. It's just a way to like secure Hoovers in the future. All right, love you.